I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse. And do I have a great recommendation for you? So if you're looking for a great American porter and one that will surely make you look like a connoisseur, then join me on this tasting. My name is Eddie and I have tasted and sampled many beers from all over the world, and it is my passion to help you find that perfect beer you're looking for. Whether you're looking to try something new or there is something very specific that you're looking for to pair with your food, I got your back. Welcome back, beer lovers. Thank you for spending the next few minutes with me. As I said in the intro, my name is Eddie, and on this channel, I taste and review all kinds of beers and give you my most honest opinion about them, as well as some ideas to pair them with your food, just like the one you're about to watch. So if you're new here, consider subscribing and hitting that bell icon down there so you're notified every time I release a new beer review video. And if you like the video, hit the thumbs up, let me know. Now, today, what did I say? I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse. I am bringing you, check this out, from a brewery called Persimmon Hollow. Never heard of them? It's just kind of like a cool name, right? Persimmon Hollow Brewing Company. Their coffee porter is called Three Wise Guys. Check it out. And it's funny, of course, if you have ever watched mafia movies, which I'm a fiend for those movies. The Godfather, remember that scene when Don Corleone made someone an offer they couldn't refuse? Well, they have a thing here on the beer that says, I'll make him a beer he can't refuse. So I thought that was funny. They have a good sense of humor, and of course, they like mafia movies, which means we have a lot in common. Now I'm using my tonic pint here, which is the glass I recommend when you're pouring yourself a nice porter like this one. Oh, by the way, another note, I had no idea, like I said, who or where they were, but Persimmon Hollow is a local brewery here in Florida. So I'll probably have to go check them out at some point. And where do we always start? Appearance, right? And more importantly, the 3 C's of appearance, which are, say it with me, color, clarity, and carbonation. That is right. Now this is a very dark brown color. It's not black, even though it's really, really dark. I was paying attention, so it definitely it's a clear beer. It's not, there's no haziness or cloudiness in there, although of course at this point you will never be able to tell that. You have to watch that when you're pouring. And as far as carbonation, actually, I would say that about medium action carbonation there. I do see some bubbles still rising on the sides of the glass, so that's very interesting. Now look at that foam. It's almost gone. It's pretty much gone. I mean, it was barely a finger of foam there, and very, very nice creamy color foam. But now it's all gone, so very low retention there. Let's go for the aromas now. Now, interestingly, it has a note here that says this is a collaboration between Persimmon Hollow and Trilogy Coffee Roasting Company. So, I'm expecting coffee, right? And yes, there is a substantial amount of roasted coffee in the aromas. Now, there's a little bit more. There's kind of like a sweet maltiness there, even almost like with the vanilla. Like sometimes when they do those bourbon age, so it does have that kind of like hint of the vanilla or something very, very sweet there. Maybe even like burnt brown sugar. Yes, very toffee-like in the aromas there. Very, very interesting. And you know what? I'm going to dig in, let you know how that goes. I like it, very smoky, very kind of like spicy, bitter, yet light and refreshing. So a little bit on the dry side, to be honest with you. Very, very, almost like a dry stout, to be honest with you. And this is a coffee, it is a coffee porter. So there you have it, my friends. Now, let me describe that to you. The very first part, the tip of the tongue, as I like to call it, very bitter. You feel that, roasted coffee beans, and then towards the middle, you get more of the malts, kind of like more robust porter, malty, sweeter flavors there, with those hints of, yes, there was a little bit of kind of like a toffee or sugary brown sugar there, and then the finish is very smoky, as I would call it, and like I said, very dry. I would call that a dry finish. And that all becomes important when we go to the next part, which is the part that I always say rounds us up as connoisseurs, right? The food pairings. With porters and, darker beers like this, we're going for robust flavors, meats, and things that have sauces and smoky things, because you want to pair the beer with foods that can stand up to the beer, and of course you want the beer to stand up to the food, so you can then enjoy each other even more. Starting here with some barbecue glazed baby back ribs. That's where I'm going first. Some baby back ribs with a nice thick barbecue glaze. Yes, that will go great. Smoked sausage, like a summer sausage maybe, or even we're almost in the winter, so whatever kind of sausage, but a smoked sausage will definitely have, because it has a very strong flavor, and the beer will help you wash out some of that. It will enhance some of that, and it will enhance the beer when you taste it also. And finally, I'm going to say that if you like fish, blackened fish will go great with this. Blackened, mostly you can even do blackened chicken if you want, but let's stay with the fish. I like blackened grouper, and this I think will go great with blackened grouper. Whether you have that as a fillet with some vegetables, if you're gonna do some vegetables, something strong like asparagus, I would recommend, or maybe you can make it in a sandwich, blackened grouper sandwich, nothing wrong with that. That will go great. As far as cheese, I was going to recommend something, but then because of how smoky it is, that and I like smoky cheeses to pair with smoky beers. So I have here a smoked Gouda, which I have paired before with other smoky beers, that I think is going to pair great with this beer. So I'm gonna go for that and let you know how that goes.
I got this passion, and it's burning deep inside of me. And this time, no.
Yes. So take my recommendation. Oh, there's another dimension there. Wow. Yes, the beer kind of like added another, it almost has like two aftertastes. So it has the smoky one, which was almost completely cut off, and then very, very late in the flavor, there was another piece, but smoke, but more almost like smoked meat at that point. Very, very darky smoke that was enhanced because of that cheese. So this is why we do these things. This is why we do the pairings. And anytime you have a beer that have that smoke finish to it, go with the smoky cheese, smoked Gouda, smoked cheddar. Creamy cheeses that are smoked like that too are a perfect pairing with beers like this. And this one was a winner. So there you have it. Now, you can always count on me to leave you a great recommendation as far as the dessert pairing, and this beer actually begs to be paired with dessert. So go ahead, check it out in the description below, my gift to you. I think you're going to enjoy that. Now, that concludes today's lesson, but not before I ask you, have you been privileged to meet the guys at Persimmon Follow? More importantly, have you had their coffee porter, Three Wise Guys? If you have, leave me some comments below. I love to hear what you think. If not, hopefully you can get your hands on one, because it is actually a good one. That concludes today's lesson. I hope I have helped you increase your beer knowledge as we all continue on this journey of becoming beer connoisseurs, and I encourage you to be on the lookout over the next few days when I release my next beer review video, and until then, enjoy!